It's TRILL finna be with your boy DJ Lex, and we got company. I had to put my best cologne on today, man. We got Nicki Lerose in the building.
What's up?
Are you a new artist? Because I tried to do my homework on you. Look like you came out, what, in 2020?
I started recording like in 2016.
Oh,
But
2016.
I really popped out like as a rapper in
Right.
2019. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about it, man. We're going to start with the beginning, man. Are you from Baton Rouge?
Yes, I am.
Okay, born and raised.
Yep.
On the playground is where she spent most of her days. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Growing up in Baton Rouge, what was that like for you as a kid?
It was adventurous. It's very Southern culture. So my generation, we spent a lot of time outside. You know, they be home before the street lights come on. And
Right.
I played. I was a tomboy, so I played a lot of sports and stuff. Hung out with the dudes and played rough and climbed trees. That's pretty much what
Right.
we do.
So at what point did you start thinking about making music?
Well, my mom, she always said like I had a passion for music since I was a baby. Um, she used to always have like this little radio in the house, and she said I used to always like sing along with it. And me and my brother, we would have like talent shows and showcases in front of the family during the holidays and stuff like that. So I
Right.
think it's just always travel with me. Like when I got in middle school, like my teenage years, I started experimenting, doing like concerts and shows and talent shows. What else?
Ooh, talent
Yeah,
show. They don't do that no more, man.
they don't. They don't. I started doing
Yeah.
a lot of it, and once I started doing that, that's just I rolled from there. I got comfortable. Um, I got comfortable in my own skin and started looking for my identity with music, basically.
Okay, so all right, you a kid, you growing up in Baton Rouge. Give me some of the musical influences that you dealing with. Like
Um,
who's raising that baby?
we, my family, like my mom, she's a little older, so I was an older school type of girl. And she's not from down here, so like my family's not from down here. They're from Illinois, St. Louis, East St. Louis. So
Okay,
I'm really like the only one that's from Baton Rouge. Like my family, they like she lived down here, but she was born and raised out of state. So I grew up on like old school, like but Boosie,
yeah.
who else? Wayne, we listen to a bunch of like Louisiana rap artists coming up basically.
Okay. Now, one of your songs that you dropped in 2020 seemed like you was in a group or something. It was like an R&B song.
Oh, I wasn't in the group. It was just a feature. It's just
Oh,
a
okay.
fire photo shoot we did. That's all.
Yeah. Totally different sound from what you're doing today. Was that just you experimenting and trying to figure out like where your lane was?
I started off singing.
Okay.
So I started off singing first, and then I transitioned to rap. So that was just me giving, them a sample of both, basically.
Okay. And you sound good. Do you write your own stuff?
I do.
Give me the early day process of you writing songs. Like, was it like poetry, poems? Like, how was it?
I did a feature yesterday, and they didn't confirm the session until like yesterday. Really, like
Okay.
they told me, like, hey, early this week we got something. The producer got something available for Friday, but it wasn't like,
Okay.
hey, we going Friday. So I bullshitted. I didn't write,
Okay.
and I had like a 2 hour drive coming from Mississippi to New Orleans. And I just wrote while I was driving. Like, took me about 30 minutes. And then I
But
listened
that's
to
you
it.
now. That's you now.
Yeah.
Tell me about like back in the day when you first, like your
Yeah.
first song you ever wrote.
My
Give
first
me that
song I ever
process.
wrote is called
Yeah.
Serious. It's called Serious.
Okay.
I was 16. It was popular. It was me and my sister-in-law, actually.
Okay.
I had just won a talent show. Like I say, it's a talent show they used to do in Baton Rouge called Rip the Stage. And it would be like with younger teens, and then they have like some hot artists to they, during that time that was popular to come and like
Right.
headline and perform at the end or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I won that, and one of the things that I won from there was like a free studio session. And I had to write a song because I had never written a song. Basically, like I just was singing like other songs, popular songs or whatever. But
Like
I'm like,
covers. Yeah.
I gotta write my own song. So I wrote series to an older song called Brown Sugar. I don't know who it's by, but I know it goes, I want some in your
D'Angelo?
brown sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
All right.
So I wrote series to that when I was 16. Me and my sister-in-law, she just basically she's into porn, and we just roll with it. Like she let me do my thing, and it was more like a poem. It was more like a poem process than
Right.
yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Okay. All right. So you got this new song out. Is it brand new or has it been out like since the summer? The Daddy record.
It just dropped. I just dropped it in August, September, I think.
All right, let's talk about how that came to be.
Um, I had wrote some of it early on this year. Like the beginning part, I wrote like a couple bars, but I was trying to focus on doing like some mob twerk type of thing,
Right.
and I wrote Dollars. Once I wrote Dollars,
Featuring my dog.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wrote Dollars, and then I started branching off, and I said, okay, I need something for the summer. I couldn't get focused, so I never wrote anything. But Bounce started back coming very, very, very popular. Like for a second, it was kind of like up and down,
You ain't
but
lying.
people really
Yeah.
popping out with Bounce.
Right.
Again, and I said, you know what? Let's do it. So I was in the car one day, and the sample came on, the original song came on, and
That freakily.
I just kept hearing, how you like it, daddy? And say, man, I got an intro to this. So I actually produced the beat. I
Come
produced
on.
I actually produced the beat, and because I was going to go to Michael in New Orleans and get him to do it, but he was like, man, this shit sound good. Like, I think you should leave it like this. Just let me, change the levels on it and chop it up for you, the way you like it. And because I was using it as a reference track, basically, to
Right.
so I could finish writing to it because, that's what I needed to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I heard it. I was like, you know what? This is what we gonna do. I had been took pictures for the cover art. I just made a flyer for it, and I said, let's go. I dropped it.
Right. That's dope, man. So, okay, talk to me how you produce the beat. Like, what you use?
I use GarageBand and I use the DJ app.
When did you start doing that? Like, when did you start making beats, or even like experiment with it?
I play the instruments too. I can play piano.
Come on.
I'm alright with the drums a little bit, but I grew up around a lot of music. Dealing with my family, I grew up in the church, so I was in the choir. So
Right.
And when I went to school, I started going into different, I guess you could say, musical classes. Like I took gospel choir, classical choir, I took piano, I took, I took media editing, I took everything. Just so I can learn and grasp my mind around what I expect when I'm like either paying somebody to do something for me or I'm doing it myself. And I just learned, I started practicing. I do all my show sets. So I just found this DJ out like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I just, because I wouldn't say I don't trust the DJs, but sometimes every DJ may not be on the same page as you. So I just like to have everything together for them so it makes their job easier because it's like, you're not my personal DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Yeah.
I found the DJ app. I just researched how to play with it and stuff like that. And I just started doing stuff with it. Like, I just put it together as well.
When you said you put your show tape together?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
I deal with so many ignorant ass rappers that don't bring DJs. They just expect the house DJ to know how to run their shit. And you over here
Look,
putting this shit together. I actually do that for artists, put their show
yeah.
tapes together. So that's fire.
I,
Yeah.
I learned that a couple years ago, and I just ran with it. Like I say, I was just a sponge when it came to, because I knew this was my passion. I knew this is what I want to do.
Wow.
I begged my mama, like, please, like, just let me do music. She's like, no, you gonna do sports. You good at sports, you know. But
Okay.
I still love it. She
What sports
support
did
me
you
though.
play?
I played tennis. I played
Come
basketball.
on.
And I played volleyball. Yeah.
That's where them
I
legs
was
come from. That's some volleyball
great.
legs you got over there, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. But no, that's dope that you're so independent with your with the way you want to be presented with your music. What about the music videos? Like, are you putting your own treatments together?
Yep.
Come on, man.
Like
That's
working with
impressive.
me, all you gotta do is record and edit. All my producers, all my videographers, photographers,
Right.
they just be like, you know, whatever you want to do, I'm down. Sometimes it's like it's on me. I got you, you know.
Right.
And I love who I work with. I have a very select few people that I work with, and they're all like very talented at what they do. They actually, without them, I wouldn't be nothing because they bring my vision together.
Right.
So yeah, I do the treatments. I don't know if you've seen Over Status, but Over Status with all of it was shot in Baton Rouge. Don't look
Okay.
like it, but yeah, like I do all my treatments. Even with Copycat, me and my team, we built the whole set for Treaty. We built I made the throne chairs. I made them by hand.
Wow.
Yeah, I do everything. Whatever. If I could build a house, if I could take my time and do it, I probably could. I probably would.
That's what's up, man. You got that drive to just keep, pushing your shit. Female rappers are taking like a bad rap these days. Like a lot of, well, I'm not gonna say a bad rap. You got a lot of people arguing the fact that the music is too vulgar. Like everything is about the same thing. Where do you see female rap going in the future? Do you feel like it's going in the right direction?
I think that we as a whole have to understand that with music itself, some people may not want a woman talking about dragging a girl out the club or shooting or stealing
Right.
or robbing, whatever.
Right.
And some people may not want a girl talking about shaking her butt or popping her cat.
Right.
I think that once we realize that there's a lane for everything and everybody, and we stop judging people based off of what they talk about, then it can succeed. Because I listen to all type of music. We had Michael Jackson, we
Right.
also had Prince, we also had Boosie, we also had Tupac, we also had
Right.
and all of those different artists talked about sex or killing or something. They may not have drove their career on it, but they've talked about different topics to, so I think female rappers are just frowned upon because majority of us are black. And it's just this negative dynamic cloud over black females as a whole. So, and some and sometimes we have to realize that we can't impress everybody. So once we get past that, then the female rap game will start to grow. We taking over as people can
Facts.
see, and I think that's another issue too. Like nobody wants to be a female, in a dynamic spot. So
But it's kind of, it's kind of undeniable at this point. You got so many that's performing well, winning awards, selling out shows. Sexy Red is kind of like the target of everybody's anger right now. But I've been seeing her shows. Clearly, they packed out, so somebody's loving it. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
I think where the argument might come in at is like you got Sexy Red, you got the City Girls. They kind of rap about the same type of things. They don't have that range like a Eve did. Remember when Eve was out? Eve had that range where she could go there in different lanes of how she did her thing. But maybe that's the type of artist that she is. How do you feel with your music? Do you feel like you had that type of range to like talk about any topic and make it work?
Anything. I'm
Come on.
definitely versatile. And it also goes into like R&B and rap. Like I say,
Yeah.
um, that's why I'm very picky about the things or the songs that I get on, like even with features,
Mm,
because I don't want 100 twerk songs. I do want like some pain songs or some falling in love songs, or maybe even just some life, like some motivational stuff. And I
yeah.
have all of that. I have all of that, and I'm happy that I did take time to actually create, like an album to show who I truly am and grow from that. So I
Okay.
feel like I'm very versatile.
Okay. You brought up the album. So is the album out or is it about to come out?
Yeah, it's been out.
Or it's been out?
That was my first like project. It's called A Brand New Me. Um,
Okay.
it has a lot. I think it has about 7 songs on there. It's been out since 2019. I think.
Oh, okay, but the single that's out right now is not on that album.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's an
Are
old
you working
album.
on a Are you working on a new project?
Yeah, I am working on a new project.
Okay. So what can we expect from that?
A lot of energy,
Okay.
a lot of
Who are you
emotion.
Who are you working with on there?
Um, as far as producers, I'm working with Michael, Lakeith, Good Grief, and I'm working
Come
with
on.
EQ, EQ the Misfit. Yeah,
All right. Okay. So feature wise, who you got on there?
I got I got one feature so far, and I have 2 features. I have a female feature. Her name is Beta Artist, and I have another feature. His name is Super, Cremo Super.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we gonna manifest. We're gonna manifest this new album. You could pick any major feature in the world, whoever you want. You got one. Who you picking? Who you
I'm
going
gonna
with?
pick. I pick Glorilla.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What type of track y'all getting on?
From Memphis stuff. Definitely
Okay.
have to bring that energy with her. I got a song. It's called BBL that I did with Cremo Soup.
I saw
It's
the cover. Yeah, I
yeah.
saw the cover. Yeah.
BBL is I think that's something that I'll probably put something like that. I'll probably put her on, like just
Hmm.
that vibe. Yeah.
Right. What you like about Gorilla?
Um, I like that she stands. I really like that she stands out. I think that
Mm,
the female, like that's why I say like we're so dominant now that
mm,
our voices affect people, and
right.
men want women to be soft spoken with the high pitched voice, and
Right. She came with the
cute.
deep shit.
And she came with the deep shit. And she opened up a
Yeah.
lane for other women who may have been struggling to be heard because of that dominance from
Right.
women.
Yeah.
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 I
I
like
remember when
I
she.
like how we came together too. Like some people, they may come from the hood, and you could
Right.
tell that they will never get away from that hood. I see the industry in her. I like that she adapted to the environment.
And her story's so dope because I remember when she first dropped. They wasn't talking about her like she was the most attractive thing in the world, but that video was so real and raw. They was being themselves. I know girls like that. Like
Yeah.
that was the dopest intro, and then to see her story roll out the way it did, that was beautiful to see, especially for a chick from the hood. You know what I'm saying? You could tell they wasn't they wasn't on like that. You know what I'm saying? And now to see where they at, bro, it's beautiful to see.
And it's like all of them grew at
Yeah,
the same pace. Yeah.
yeah. All right, so growing up in Baton Rouge. We got y'all got legends over there.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm about to put you gotta pick a side now. You ready? All right. We got legends. We got Boosie. We got Webby. We got Kevin Gates. NBA Youngboy. We got Fox. We got Mouse. We got Level. You gotta pick one. Your favorite of all time out of BR. And maybe I didn't name them. You ain't just gotta pick out of them.
If I had to pick,
A
like,
side, nigga.
I ain't picking no side, but if I had to pick some good music,
Right.
that really set it off, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say Boosie. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Boosie. Boosie gave that set that milestone for that rap that we have now. Definitely
Yeah.
that old Boosie.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
all the rest of them too. I listen to all of them. But Boosie definitely somebody that I could put on replay, like, majority of his songs. And yeah,
All
turn
right.
up.
You gotta do a jig record.
Yeah.
Who you doing a jig record with? Who the producer is and who the feature is. That'll be all.
All right, so I had to do a jig record
Yeah.
out of VR, like with artists right now with the list you
Right
just
now.
gave.
Right now. You gotta pick the producer and the feature. We ain't talking
It's
about
gonna
just
happen.
legends. Whoever popping right
I'm
now.
gonna have to do. I'm probably have to do two. I either do
Okay.
Mouse and
Facts.
Gus with WAP,
Yeah.
or I do Lakeith
Uh-huh.
and I do EQ with AJ.
Okay.
BB.
Okay, yeah. AJ Hot right now. That Scoob shit is
Yeah.
look, man, me and my people was talking about that the other night. I say, man, that Scoob shit is taking over the damn world, bro. Shout out to them at Bella Noche. I don't know if people know this. I actually cut the Bella Noche commercials. Like when you see the
Yeah,
events,
I just, when we set this up, somebody told me, they say, man, my manager,
yeah,
my other manager actually told me, he said, yeah, that's the one who cut the commercials and do this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
So I had a
And,
little
and,
research done.
and official put me on you. Official put me on you when I interviewed her and her brother, and she was like,
Yeah,
man, she dope. She could really spit. You know what I'm saying? And that's another
that's
thing
my
too.
girl.
What I paid attention to with Where Them Dollars At. That was my first song, like seeing you do your thing, right? And I'm like, yo, she can really fucking go. Like, how did you develop the rapping skill from singing? Because that's what you came from, right? You started singing first,
Yeah,
right? How did
yeah.
you develop the
It's
rapping?
definitely different. It's way easier to sing to do singing music because
Right.
you have of course you have 8 bars a line.
Mm-hmm.
And you can stretch it, like
Yes. Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's a bar. But with rapping, it's like you got 8 bars to put so many syllables together that
Yes.
that shit gotta make sense. So I don't know, a lot of people say I'm very intelligent, and I was very
Mm-hmm.
smart at school. I fell in love with like intellectual English and science and stuff. I actually went to school. I was going to school to be a psychologist. So I study a lot of like words and stuff like that. I don't
Right.
even watch TV. A lot of people are like, you always on your phone. Like, I'm reading.
Damn.
Like, I'm researching stuff. Like, I don't have a TV. I don't have a TV in my house. Not at the moment. I haven't really been into TV. Like, I'm not a TV person. I'm
That
either
is so dope, bro.
or
Yeah.
like I'm researching something. So I translated singing or transferred singing to rapping. I basically like I knew I needed to get to grab the audience, a fan base.
Right.
And it was very hard to do being in Baton Rouge, knowing that you're in a city full of rap or a state full of rap. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we love R&B, but let's be honest, if you put an R&B concert together with R&B artists from Baton Rouge and you say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we got this concert, it's not really going to sell
Right.
as fast as this rap concert because people in Baton Rouge are used to high upbeat tempo
High
type
energy.
of
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what really like motivated me. And 2019 came around. There was a challenge going on with the artist too that I talked about. That I've done the R&B feature with.
Okay.
He wrote a little challenge, and I just got on it. It's called Average. It's the song. It's called Average, and it was like this. I won a little feature, whatever. I was like, this is my first time rapping, so it's gonna
Yeah.
take me a little while to get used to. And I was a one take wonder. Like I just went in there and flowed. Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
definitely.
Okay, let's go back into your R&B stuff. You about to do an R&B record. You got one feature. Who would you do an R&B song with, and what type of R&B song would it be?
Coco Jones or Jasmine
Yeah.
Sullivan. Either
Ooh.
one. Either
Yeah,
one.
jazz. Okay, yeah,
Love,
jazz is
love,
cold. I remember when
love.
Jazz first dropped, they was fucking with her, but I feel like she outlasted everybody. Like she was the pen behind a lot of people hits. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
People don't speak on that too much. And Coco Jones right now is just on fire. Like she's perfect. Like
And
I
see, a
love.
lot of people don't know Coco is really like me. We started around the same time. I actually met her at an audition in
Yeah.
up north,
Okay.
and it was American Idol. And
Wow.
we were young. She was like doing like big stuff. Like she was performing the Star Spangled Banner at football games. I think her dad is used to be a football player or something. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but I know she performed. She used to perform and do like the live musicals and stuff like that.
Right.
And she been like that,
Hmm.
but it always take that one song to really break the ice. And she
Man,
definitely.
she is incredible. Yeah, you picked two good people. Let me see something. What else I have for you? Okay, your marketing approach, because I noticed that you got a real professional quality about you. Like you got a manager. And most rappers I talk to, I'm talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you learn how to operate and move and market yourself as far as the business side, and then give me like the social media side. How did you know what to do?
I just basically I learned through experience of like dealing with people try to take advantage of me because I'm a female and thinking that
Right.
I'm great, like I don't know anything. So I started having managers early on, just to communicate or to talk to certain people because I know that they're going to try to get more for less or try to
Yes.
get something for nothing. So
Right.
I just stopped. I stopped all the BS and I was like, look, some people, like how we communicate. I'll let you know, but I'll keep my managers in circles so they're not in the blind.
Right.
And they basically run it and be like, let's, I set you up, whatever. Cause I'm busy. Like I'm really more busy now than I ever been. And that's because I've been like running from city to city with shows and with meetings and stuff like that. So I definitely have been needing somebody to kind of be there to catch. Because I get millions of DMs a day just from randoms.
Yeah, you were saying
So,
that in your live. Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and I have to delete stuff and look at stuff and, just to make sure that I don't miss the important stuff.
Right.
So that's why I always, I tell people, if I don't get back to you, if I don't see a message, comment, leave something, let me know, because Instagram does glitch every now and then and, whatever. But as
Yeah.
far as the professional side, my mom was big on professionalism because she did a lot. She worked like with corporate a lot. Like she's been working
Right.
with corporate since I was born. So, having a white button down and black slacks always,
Yeah.
you
Mama's come
always
with
had
it.
to have a closet, on the
Right.
a pair of black heels or flats.
Yeah.
But as far as like the social media side, I just learned that, when you go on Walmart's page, you don't see Walmart promoting Sam's and Winn Dixie and Dollar General and, other stores, other things. So I had to
Right.
learn to separate my music from personal or even like stuff that may distract people from the music. And I used
Right.
to do it a lot. My page used to be full of just bullshit, post quotes, stuff like that. And it was kind of like, I even used to do hair. And,
Okay.
I had all of that on one page. And it was kind of hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, me and this DJ, his name is DJ Woody Billy. To this day,
Yeah, I know
we can
with it.
argue. We gonna argue down. He know I don't like her sometimes, but he actually said something to me one day. He was like, I don't know if you do music or not because when I go on your page, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. Maybe you could be promoting somebody else stuff. It's just confusing.
Right.
And at the time, I kind of wasn't taking heed to what he was saying because I'm like, I'm young, I'm ignorant, I don't want to hear shit. Can't nobody tell me
Right.
nothing. I hate
It's
it.
my page,
But
nigga.
as I've grown, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. As I've grown, I've realized that people are going to buy based on how good the product looks.
Yes.
And I had to really make sure, like I may post some stuff and be like, oh, that shit, I don't think that really looks good, and take it down, but take it down. Or
Yeah.
I might, show my manager, be like, what y'all think about this? Or what, show my, friends, like, what y'all think about this? You think, just to make sure that I'm putting stuff in the right order or posting stuff at the right time, or just making sure that I'm hitting, because Instagram has an algorithm. Every social media platform has an algorithm.
Yeah.
But I know that people are going to view stuff based off of what they research or what they look at for a long time. So I
Right.
just got into like studying the algorithm and what people want to see from me, what people like to see from Nicki Lerose, and that's what I post. I post
Yeah.
nothing else but that. Just trying to do very smart marketing, and just yeah, definitely
Okay.
research.
Now we about to get into the part where I'm sure any artist that's listening, they want to figure out how to get booked for their first show. Tell me your experience of your first show, and then tell me how things are going currently with you doing
So
shows.
my first like book show,
Yeah.
I've done so many free shows.
Come on.
I can't express that enough to artists, that it is important to get your exposure.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the free shows, because there are a lot of casinos in this game. And
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that are going to present you with that slot machine and
That's
want you to
right.
put your money in that
That's
machine.
right. you
Bet.
you might hit one day.
You know what I'm saying? You might hit
Yeah.
one day. You know what I'm saying? But it's not guaranteed. So take advantage of those free shows, especially if the people that are running it, organizing it, are putting, some real energy behind it, and make sure that you have somebody to love for it. So it was that showcases, networking with people. I was, man, if I may have had some stuff nearby, but I had like flyers and posters, and
Yeah.
I even had a keychain that had a connection where the phone, you just tap it and all
Oh,
my
you talking about
information
like
pop
promotional
up.
items?
Yes,
Dope.
definitely. And
That's fire.
I started to use those things to basically like just gain that solid, beginning fan base. And once I started like posting my footage, that's another thing. Like I say,
That's right.
posting content, good, clean content, you're going to get people that's going to be like, man, she turned. They may
Right.
not know who she is, but I know based off of her crowd control, that she
Yeah.
can rock a crowd. She can move a crowd. And
Yeah.
that was my first book show, was in Jackson, Mississippi.
Shout out to
I got
Jax.
paid like $500 for my first
Ooh.
show.
Come
Yeah.
on. Hotel and
Yep.
everything?
Yep.
Oh, they took care of you.
Yes, man. Yep, definitely. And after that, it was Black Beach and Gulfport. Then it was Texas, Houston. Then it
Wow.
was, just it was different. It was a domino effect. But it took me to do those free exposure shows after 6 years of doing music.
Right.
To constantly grow. And for what I'm worth.
What do you think it's gonna take to get you to the next level? What do you feel like you're missing, if you feel like you're missing anything?
Um, just keep doing what I'm doing, being consistent, selling, definitely selling to people regardless of where they are, who they are, what they're doing. I'm blessed to be able to say that I've had 4 singles on the radio, on multiple different radios, 3 or 4 of them,
Yeah.
I want to say, in different cities and states. So
Right.
definitely like networking, talking to people, sitting back, letting my management do their thing, because they're powerful. They come from 2 different entities, but for me, them working together, for me, they're very, 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 very good at what they're doing. And basically, I think I need a fire feature though. I need to grab a different fan base. Like I say, it's all about networking and collab,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay. What does success mean to you as an artist, and how do you measure it?
Success means it means you're thriving and achieving each and every goal, like day by day, or even month by month, or year by year. And basically, I feel like you've reached success when you can help other people, when you can, pass the baton or pass down the torch, or whatever the case may be. Once you're able to, put smiles and put people in position to be just as great as you, then you've exceeded success.
Right. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah. All right, now I like to do this with all my interviews, man. We gonna give you, cause you look like you on pace to do something major, man. So I'm gonna give you about a year. Where you see yourself in a year? What's happening in 2024?
I'm gonna be rich.
Talk
I'm gonna be
about it.
I'm gonna be owning some shit. My major goals in life have always been to help people. Like I said, I wanted to
Okay.
be a psychologist growing up. I wanted to help people with mental issues because that's something that the Black community struggles in. And I also I've always wanted to give back. Like, I'm always the give back person. I'm at the giveaways for Christmas. I'm at
Right.
the community service. Like, I go to a lot of those things and be involved in schools. So yeah, definitely. That's where I see myself being, thriving in my truth of who I am.
What's a new challenge that you're gonna set for yourself for next year?
I've always struggled with dropping music consistently. I take more than, like, I want to say, like, I give myself 3 months to promote a song, or 3 to 6 months, but I also want to remember that there's songs that I have already dropped. I need videos to, or that I need to keep promoting and marketing or stuff like that. So I think that's something that I'm going to be working on. Just basically being consistent and promoting music as a whole, like every other day, or putting together different marketing schemes to make sure that I'm hitting every market, every age, every city, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. You got the chance to give back with this next question. Who's some artists that I may not know about that you could put me on that's doing anything right now?
Artists, of course, I'm gonna say my homegirl, female rapper, is doing her thing.
Of course, yeah.
Heaven from New Orleans, she just dropped a huge trending viral single. It's called what is it called? I think it's called Mirror. That's what it's called. It's
Okay.
Michael Jackson sample. Check her out.
Okay.
Who else? PBS Finesse. I just worked with him yesterday.
He just
You
hit me up on in my DM talking about, man,
Yeah.
you sleeping on me, man.
Yeah,
All
I just
right.
worked with him. He's pretty
Yeah.
nice. Who else? They gotta. I mean, the VR rappers basically.
Yeah. But I'm talking about
But
people you work with that may not have that light, may not be getting that. Maybe they
I
need
can't
the
lie.
next
The people
interview.
I work with got that light. I mean, I work with Treaty. I work with
Yeah.
Tatiana. She's from Baton Rouge. She just moved to Texas.
Okay.
I work with female rapper. I work with two. I work with Kelly O'Papa. I work with Cleve. He's an R&B upcoming artist from
I
Baton
think I
Rouge.
heard of him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's actually doing his own thing on Thursdays in Baton Rouge at
Okay.
TRILL.
Fire.
People that I've worked with, damn. Some people I do want to work with. I mean, we got Subtweet Shine, got
Yeah, I just
Dino
did an
by the
interview with
way.
him.
Yeah, Dino by the way. She's hot. She's been hot for a while too. We're about the same age. We've been meaning to work together. We just been hit and missing. But
Okay.
yeah, definitely. The New Orleans people I've really been messing with. I've been wanting to connect more with Texas artists, and also Atlanta.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, man. Well, you sound like you on the right track. You got a nice team. Shout out the team, man. What's your girl name? Jazz?
Jazz and J Rock.
Jazz and J Rock, man. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all got something real special going on. Nicki Lerose, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us. Make sure y'all check out her new single. It will be streaming on the TRILL FM app starting Monday. So we're gonna add the daddy record on TRILL FM to be. And anything else you want to plug or promote before we get out of here?
Man, make sure y'all check out Creep. I just dropped it with Heaven.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My new single. Make sure y'all tap in. We got a challenge coming real soon for y'all. Daddy challenge just ended, but it is not too late to send me any videos. I'm always
Okay.
up for it. I love the girls.
Do
So
you do radio edits?
yes, I make my own radio edits as well.
Come on, I fuck with you.
Yeah.
I fuck
Yeah.
with you, man. I'm gonna have
I
to.
just that's what the radio's been waiting on. Like I said, I've been so busy. So
Yeah,
I know my songs. So I'm like, shit, let me just edit this, so I don't have to
yeah, man.
fly to the studio to do it. Yeah, basically.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna reach out to Jazz and send her my email so I can get all your stuff, and we gonna roll
guys,
like that, man. Appreciate you doing this, man.
no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. It's Trill Up in the Beat, the Lord, man, and Nicki Lerose. We out, baby.